Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Today we are talking about everything from protesters in London to the first full-color 3D X-rays and Amazon Prime Day. Those stories and many more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Friday, July 13th. You ready? Let's do this. Protests with tens of thousands of people are expected in London today during President Trump's visit, and protesters will also fly that Trump baby blimp. President Trump arrived in London yesterday after the NATO summit, but he won't spend much time there today. He'll be in other areas of the UK before heading to Scotland for the weekend. But a lot has happened in the last 24 hours. Before heading to London, President Trump claimed victory by the end of the NATO summit in Brussels. You know, the annual meeting between 29 nations in Europe and North America. President Trump says he convinced NATO allies to up their spending on military, quote, like they never have before. Not double it like he had suggested earlier in the week, but he said they did commit more money. But leaders in France and Italy both said not true, and that no new promises were made. And the tension between allies did not stop there. Once the president landed in London and met with UK Prime Minister Theresa May yesterday, he also criticized her policies. He told the UK paper The Sun that her plan for Brexit will hurt future trade deals with the US. Brexit is the UK's plan to separate from the European Union. All right, so up next, Scotland, then Helsinki, where he'll meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday. The U.S. Justice Department is reopening its investigation into the murder of Emmett Till. He's the black teenager whose murder in Mississippi more than 60 years ago shocked the world and helped inspire the civil rights movement. The New York Times reports the Justice Department is opening the decades-old case based on what it calls new information. But what exactly that new info isn't clear. Although the AP reports there is a book now that quotes a woman saying she lied about Till grabbing her before it happened. The two men who confessed to the killing and were acquitted by an all-white jury back then are now dead. The Justice Department is also trying to stop the deal between AT&T and Time Warner. Remember that from last month? The $85 billion deal got the okay from a judge, but now the Wall Street Journal reports the government is appealing that decision and argues it would hurt competition in the pay-for-TV industry. AT&T says not true, and that the decision already made was based on the facts. The appeals process could take months. It's being called the world's first full-color 3D X-rays. And if you're not a doctor, you may need to prepare yourself before actually looking at these images. Gizmodo reports a New Zealand company has developed this new type of medical imaging scanner. It can see not just bones like what we're used to, but muscle, fat, liquids. I'll stop there. It could mean a better view of your insides without having to cut you open, and the possibility of noticing a health issue while looking for another one. Clinical trials will be happening soon in New Zealand. All right, some other things people may be talking about today. This weekend is the last weekend of this year's World Cup. Tomorrow, Belgium and England will try for third place, but the big day, soccer's biggest day, is on Sunday, the World Cup final. The game starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 Eastern. Croatia and France will face off in Russia for the title, and it's Croatia's first time to get that far. We'll talk about the World Cup champ on Monday. Oh, and we'll also be talking about the Wimbledon champs. U.S. tennis star Serena Williams will be going for the singles title on Saturday. And if she gets it, if she wins, she'll tie for the record with 24 Grand Slam titles. The men's final is then on Sunday. Need a nap? The mattress company Casper hopes you say yes and that you'll be willing to pay for it. Casper just opened a storefront called The Dreamery in New York that lets you pay $25 for a 45-minute nap on one of its beds. TechCrunch reports each bed is inside a sleep pod that is basically a big wooden O with curtains and a soundproof backing. Who knows? If this goes well, you could see Casper Nap Nooks at every airport. A big Build-A-Bear promotion seemed to work so well that it actually failed. So now the company is trying to make it up to parents. So first, what happened? The one-day promo was called Pay Your Age, which is what it sounds like. So USA Today says parents lined up with their young kids hoping to score a Build-A-Bear for just $1 or $2. And some parents waited something like 6 hours. The bears are usually $10 to $25 plus accessories, which can add up to more than $100. Problem is, the lines and crowds apparently got too big. The company posted online that local authorities told them they couldn't accept any more guests and that they had to close the line early. Yeah, that didn't go over well with parents and the kids who were waiting, but they were all given $15 vouchers. And even if you weren't there on that day standing in line, you can still get the voucher online through the Bonus Club account on Build-A-Bear's website. Spend $10 at Whole Foods between now and July 17th and get $10 credit to Amazon. It's part of Amazon's pre-Prime Day deals because Prime Day is on Monday. But these deals have already begun. Here are a few of the deals already happening now. $100 off the Echo Show, 50% off Prime Video and DVDs, and Amazon Music Unlimited for 99 cents a month for 4 months. And when Prime Day actually arrives on July 16th, expect to see some big deals at Whole Foods for the first time because now Amazon owns Whole Foods. Or if you have no interest in Prime at all, you don't have to be left out in this. CNET says other companies are planning big deals on Monday as well, like eBay. For the first time, Netflix beat out HBO for the most Emmy nominations with 112 nods this year. But that doesn't mean HBO didn't do well with its 108 nominations. In fact, HBO's Game of Thrones got the most nominations of all shows with 22 nods, and another HBO show, Westworld, came in second, alongside NBC's Saturday Night Live. And speaking of SNL, this year's hosts are the show's Weekend Update anchors, Colin Jost and Michael Che. It's a big one, too. This year marks the 70th annual Primetime Emmys. It airs on September 17th on NBC. And that's it for today. You are all caught up. If you have a question or an idea for a 3-Question Thursday interview segment that you want to hear, let me know. Just find me on social media or leave a message on the listener call-in line. That's 812-785-NEWS. That's 812-785-NEWS. I may play your message on the air. Thanks so much again for being here, for sharing the show with your friends, and for listening. You can always read more about any of the stories that caught your attention today at thenewsworthy.com. Just click episodes and then find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every day, Monday through Friday, by 4 in the morning Eastern Time. So I'll be back with more news on Monday. Have a great weekend.